Some more statistics are that last year 16,000 people were infected with HIV or AIDS every single day, and that leads to 11 people per minute. And the average range of age for people who are diagnosed with this disease go from 15 to 24 years old. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, again, about 13,712 are diagnosed with AIDS, have died in 2012, and an estimated 507 people with AIDS in the United States have died, and that means almost 14 million people in the world have died from HIV or AIDS. I'm going to talk about some famous people who have either suffering with AIDS as we speak today or that have died from this disease. The first person is Earvin Magic Johnson. Magic is his nickname, and he retired in 1991 from the LA Lakers after winning 5 championships in the NBA due to his discovering of HIV or AIDS. He ended up coming back a couple more years to play after he was dealing with his disease and everything, and then he finally retired in 1996 for good. Now he is focusing on letting his fans and community know that AIDS just doesn't affect homosexuals. He created the Magic Johnson Foundation and is an advocate for HIV and AIDS prevention and explaining safe sex techniques. This is one of the most known organizations in the world, the Magic Johnson Foundation. And this foundation provides resources, building participation, and inspiring self-sufficiency. Another person I want to talk about is Pedro Zamora. For those of you who know, he appeared on the 3rd season of The Real World San Francisco in 1994, which aired on MTV. He learned that he had HIV or AIDS going through his junior year of high school. He ended up dropping out of college and decided to become a public speaker for his community. He talked about the importance of protected sex to different schools and to churches, and he was seen on talk shows like Oprah Winfrey's. And he died in 1994 at the age of 22, just hours after the season finale of Real World San Francisco aired. A third person I want to talk about is Gia Caragni. She is said to be one of the first supermodels. She was seen on the cover of Vogue and Cosmopolitan. She worked for promotional campaigns for Christian Dior, Versace, and Armani. During her fame, she became addicted to heroin, and that is how she had said to have been diagnosed with HIV or AIDS due to the needle use. And she ended up dying at the age of 26 in 1986. And the last person I want to talk about is Greg Louganis. He was an Olympic diver in 1984 in the 1988 Summer Olympics. He has won 2 gold medals, and he also won the ABC Television's Athlete of the Year. In 1998, he tested positive for HIV or AIDS. He wrote about his experience in his bestseller, Breaking the Surface, and he is now currently a USA diving coach and mentor. Today, they're said to have technology exist to help conquer the infection of HIV and AIDS without a vaccine. It is possible for an individual affected with disease to live a normal life again. Your life is not over after you learn that you have HIV or AIDS. According to MedWiser, prevention by treatment can reduce the chances of infection by 95%. So the first technology software I want to talk about is HATS. It stands for HIV and AIDS Test Screening Software. According to information posted on www.medwiser.org, HATS can be used to improve the delivery of HIV and AIDS-related care. HATS can benefit an individual by simply finding out if a test needs to be done in the first place. This screening software offers a rapid, low alternative cost, and it doesn't need to make large investments to grow testing programs. You don't have to worry about hiring a big team for the software program or training the employees as well. Everyone knows the internet. People use the internet every single day to find out a simple question, or even if they notice that they are feeling sick or they might have a disease, you could look it up right away, type in the symptoms, and something will come up of what you may be dealing with. So like I said, posted on www.medwiser.org, the internet is the first place people go to nowadays when they have a question about their health. Pew Research states that 48% of people turn to the internet to look up information in just the last year. So about half the people use the internet just to look up information without even reading the book, going to the doctor, or any other kind of resources like that. There are many websites today that offer ways to help individuals prevent HIV or AIDS.